Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another session with the older man. Today, my friends, we're going to jump into a lot of different videos in that segment we call the older man random reviews.
The older man random review. Learn about life from an older man. Yes, an older man.
Yes, the first random review, my friends, for 2025. Got a lot of juicy ones, man. A lot of juicy ones. These are a lot of different issues. You're going to see a lot of different types of issues, right? It's not only going to be about relationships. I want to keep these random reviews as random and as eclectic as they can be. Simply because it should never be all about relationship. No, never. We got to see the world from a wider perspective, and this is how I'm trying to get you guys to think. You need to have knowledge on everything, a little bit on everything. So that's what we're going to do today, my friends. Listen, please subscribe if you haven't already. Book a session. I'm here. I've already gone through 3 sessions already, and it is now 12:16 a.m. in the morning on Monday, the 6th of January, 2025. A lot of people are trying to start this new year off right. They want to make the right decisions. Their men and women are reaching out and they're trying to make sure that they're going to get their relationship in the right spot. They want to fix the things that have not been working in 2024. And more importantly, they're trying to see how they can make more money. And that's why quite a few people have picked up the digital content creators toolkit that a lot of you have invested in. Well, if you call $49.95 an investment, but the point is that people are looking to make residual income and passive income for 2025, and they need help. They want to know how they can do it as fast as possible. And hey, I'm doing it at age 58. You should be doing it at any age, my friends. I'm telling you, this is the only way that we're going to combat this imminent economic downturn that is coming. If you guys have been following any of the news in China, China is in deep economic doo-doo right now. Plus, it looks like we have another pandemic over there as well. I'm going to be bringing you a video on that tomorrow. So keep your eyes and ears open for that, because that concerns me. The economic downturn and also the pandemic that seems to be going on there. It's hush-hush right now, but word is actually seeping out. Listen, you guys are not close enough to Asia to get a lot of the information coming out of there. There's a massive Chinese contingent over here, and they're open to letting you know about information. Plus, a lot of stuff that is available over here on the internet might not really reach you guys over there, especially if you're not following it. But I'm very interested in what's going on globally. And I know that if it's happening in China, which is the world's second economic superpower next to America, guys, you got to realize if it's happening over there, it will probably hit America soon as well. And it all just trickles down. The pandemic originated where? Exactly. That's my point. Okay, the same thing with economics, my friends. China has a lot of investment in the West. And when things are not going well over there, it starts to affect over here as well. So please make sure that you try to secure your future. All right, so let's get into the first video, shall we? Point of view. Rich parents watching their kids graduate with a degree in water music. Oh, God, that one hit hard, man. Listen, this one hit close to home because I'm in that situation now where my daughter's just hit 18 and she's just graduating with her A-levels, and now she has to go off to university. Well, she wants to go off to university. And I am very adamant about paying for university. No, it's not like the US. We are British citizens, so we can go to the UK and get education pretty cheap. But it's still going to cost me, right? And listen, whether I got to spend $1 unnecessarily or spend $2,000 unnecessarily, I'm going to freaking make a fuss about it. So, of course, with the advent of AI, I am basically wondering which sort of education should she be getting beyond what she's just done A-levels that would benefit her when I'm trying to get her to look at actually getting married, finding a husband, having some kids early. You know the game, gentlemen. That's what I'm pushing. But of course, I'm pushing against a massive feminist machine because she's resisting. She don't see it that way. And of course, her mother also has a problem with my theory and the way things should be done. So my advice is, okay, we'll put her through 2 years of uni. And meantime, she also finds a husband while she's studying and make sure that she settles down quickly. So that will probably be the compromise I come to, because there's no way I'm putting her through 4 years, simply because most of the time, women leave the job market never pursuing the education that they went to university and paid a massive amount of money for. She's definitely not going to go and do water music. But my point is, I am very concerned about how many jobs are going to be eliminated due to AI, because it's scary as hell. I am more than happy to actually teach her how I'm making money right now using the power of AI and actually creating content online. That will probably bring her much greater reward. The only drawback to that is she probably won't meet any men working from home at 18. And most of her friends are going to be going off to university. So it's a bit of a conundrum, Anyway, that's a whole other long story. But guys, all you guys that with kids and teenagers, let me know how you're handling it. Now, of course, I came across this little gem right here.
Pay my own bills, 5, 6 figures.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50. I don't need no man trying to go 50-50.
Hey.
I don't need no man trying to go 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is the kind of crap that's keeping women, especially black women, in the worst possible situation. So you don't need any man to go 50-50 with, so you prefer to go 100%. How the hell that makes sense, ladies? How, please? How? If I said to you today, ladies, I'm going to give you a 50% raise on your salary right now, right? You would say, thank you, Massa. Thank you. I will do whatever it takes to get that 50% raise. That's much better than that 5% raise I usually get at the end of the year. I would have to work another 10 years to get a 50% raise. You would take that in a heartbeat. But then you don't want a man to pay 50% of your bills? Because all of you are living paycheck to paycheck. It equates to the same thing. 50% of your bills are now being paid by a man. You have just gotten a 50% raise. Plus you're getting some D and help around the house. And of course, if you got any babies for him, you're getting help there as well. What part of that would you not take as opposed to getting a check from the government and all the other stuff I just mentioned? You got to do it on your own. Tell me how the hell that makes sense. I'm hoping that our young ladies in the black community especially wake up. Let me read a few comments from this. Well, 100% by yourself. No loss. Always keeping it real said, feminism created 50-50. Yeah, they did. Before, a man was paying 100%. Mr. Dream said, all of them are in government assistance. They don't even pay for their own bills. It's true, man. Them little things ain't even paying bills. They're still living off their parents. Yep, more than likely. And more than likely, it's a single mama who's getting government assistance. Libra Quad is by 999 said, I thought the two in the back was Ice Spice and Sexy Red. Yeah, because these girls are just emulating these losers who are the worst influence on today's black women. It's freaking insane, man. Jesus. Go to hell. and burn. You're all not even supposed to be thinking about that. You're all supposed to be in college. You know how I feel about that. Vintage 718 says, I see a lot of baby fathers in their futures, as usual. Edward Esquire says, we are witnessing the demise of the black family. It's already destroyed, my friends. There's only one way we can go from here, my friend, is up. We're already destroyed. It's been shattered. The black family has been shattered. I'm hoping that anything we do positive from now on is just putting it back together from now on. Ramsey said, it all started with Little Kim. I'm just saying. Oh, my friends. Now, you guys all know Cooking with Kaya. I'm sure you all heard of it. The woman got her taken off of TikTok. And it's a sad state of affairs, man. I told you guys, and I hope you guys saw the video. I know you thought I was harsh, but there's no such thing as a sisterhood. There's no such thing. Women literally hate each other. Feminism have created such a massive freaking divide between women who are on one side versus the other side. Traditional versus non-traditional. And unfortunately, the majority of women who have entered into the feminism camp is so powerful, they will destroy any other woman that goes against their narrative. How dare she be out here cooking for other men and telling us that she's going to take our man because she can cook? So this woman breaks it down nicely.
She would take your man, and yes, she would. Cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. And you know what she did? She pissed off the women. Because the ladies would never be pissed off with Kaya. Ladies understand what Kaya is doing. Ladies rooting for Kaya, but them women don't. This is what separates women from ladies. Women have so many insecurities, and they be telling on their own self. Women look at Kaya's body, be like, oh, she young. Oh, she natural. Oh, she's smaller than me. That's it, I'm jealous. And then the rage, the salt, the shade, or whatever you want to call it, comes out. Because as within, so without. Yeah, they got to express that. They got to let that stuff out. Meanwhile, Cooking with Kaya, she winning. She winning. She working her magic. She ain't waste her pretty like they did. She ain't walking away with a wet ace in a dry purse. Nope. Actually, she filling up her own purse right now. Yeah. She's more embodying the totality of her sovereign self and being a lady than those women will ever be in this lifetime. Because they're haters. And haters are going to hate. That's what women do. This separates the Eve from the Lilith of the world. This is the dynamic that I be talking about when we talk about women versus ladies. Because a lady going to root for Kaya. I'm rooting for you, Kaya. You're so beautiful. You're so sexy.
It is so disheartening to watch women literally destroy other women who don't agree with their narrative. Especially when they're the good ones. You know, if that young lady was out on OnlyFans, spreading her legs, shaking her titties, and she had ads, and she was always talking about being in the gym, shaking her booty, etc. She would still be on TikTok, and the woman would be saying, you go girl, it's your body, your choice, you are free, you got your thing. But the girl get up there and said, you know what, look at me. Yes, I got a nice ass, but I'm going to cook. I'm going to cook and show you guys how to cook and take care of your man. And if you don't cook like this, I'm going to take your man. And women got freaking pissed. Not one freaking titty exposed. Not one spreading of the legs. I'm just going to cook. I'm going to do something that these men admire more than you opening your legs. Let that sink in, ladies. Let that shit sink in. And you guys cancel the hell out of her. I know she's going to come back bigger. But man, that is just nasty. It's just insane the way women act. But you know what? They will be happy when they're out here doing this shit.
Hey, it's 2025. We got to start telling women that they corny. Fellas, y'all so damn thirsty. Y'all letting this stuff slide. Ladies letting women slide with anything just because they're women and they going to defend it. You wonder why all the Stairmaster's broken. And you wonder why it's goofy workouts like this that women keep trying out here to think they could get a body like Shorty right here. If you're going to think you can get her body doing these, I got a message for you. This ain't reversing all them seafood boils, hookah bars, and big back-ass mimosas. And then you wonder why every gym you go to, all the Stairmaster's broken.
Oh, gosh, man. Yeah. I bet you they don't cancel her. she's safe. But a girl cooking and shaking her booty, nope, that's not allowed.
A lot of women are very, very, very delusional. They have these ideas about men in their head, what they want these men to be. It's like they got a movie and they have a cast. And there's a role for this knight in shining armor that's going to sweep her off her feet and worship her and only her for eternity. His eyes see nobody else but her. And so she wants that man. She finds a man that she likes. She creates this picture and she wants to trap that man to worship her for eternity. And if he does not play to every single thing that she has in her mind, she wants to blow up the world. She wants to set off a detonator to destroy everything around if things don't go exactly her way.
Ooh. She nailed it. Nailed it 100%. That is how every woman thinks. She needs to get that man, the top man, and then she needs to know that he's only going to be with her. You want to see an example of that? Check this video out here. We're going to go to the Whatever podcast. Listen to this lady here.
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband?
Here we go.
Minimum $1 million.
What's ideal?
Multi-million. It's okay.
Have you ever dated a guy who makes $1 million a year?
Mm-hmm.
How did it work out?
He cheated on me.
I bet he did. I think you just playing though. You ain't serious.
No, I'm serious.
If I meet him and he doesn't have $1 million yet, but he strives to make $1 million,
right?
That's fine.
Why does he need to make $1 million?
Or like
she wants a high value man.
Y'all crazy, yo. Good luck, man. Life will teach you.
So you think it's like impossible for a high value man to not cheat?
I could jump off this bridge. I could jump off this building and land on my feet. It's possible, but is it likely? Probably not. So if y'all want to keep banking your life on a dice roll, you shouldn't do that. Do it the you want. Just know what you're asking for, know the probability and the likelihood. You have a small window to have children and be this beautiful woman. You want to roll that 15-year window on meeting a millionaire and expecting him to focus strictly on you in the world where all women want his money? Good luck.
But I'm not saying he needs to be a millionaire now.
No man needs to be a millionaire to get a woman. Y'all need to lower your value.
Doesn't this tie into the conversation we were
for
having?
money? Yes, because money doesn't make a man.
Oh, God. I don't know whether to laugh or just get frustrated when I listen to these women just so delusional about having that man. It's insane. And these are average-ass women. I mean, some of them are below average-looking women. But the level of delusion is insane. Just a man making over $100,000 a year that's over 6 foot tall. That man, it's less than 1% chance of that man existing. And you don't even know if he's gay or not. I asked ChatGPT this question this morning. Let me repeat it. Let me ask her to repeat it here. We had a discussion this morning on a man over 6 feet tall making $100,000 or more US. Remember that conversation?
Yes. We discussed that earlier. You were asking about the percentage of African American men who are over 6 feet tall, make over $100,000, and are single.
Can you repeat the percentage again? Yes, we know it's a rough estimate, but just repeat what you said.
Certainly. The rough estimate we discussed is around 1 to 2% or possibly even less.
Yes. Does that estimate take into account whether he's gay or whether he's morbidly obese?
No. That estimate doesn't consider sexual orientation or obesity. It only roughly estimates the percentage of African American men who are over 6 feet tall, make over $100,000, and are single.
If you were to put those other two criterias into effect, what percentage do you think those men would consist of?
Adding criteria like sexual orientation and obesity would further narrow the group significantly. Each additional filter would reduce the percentage. However, without specific data, it's challenging to provide an exact figure.
Come on, give me a rough estimate.
Considering all those specific criteria, the percentage would likely be well below 1%. It's a very narrow group.
Okay.
Got it.
If we added the same criteria to all men in America, what would the percentage be?
Applying the same criteria, height, income, marital status, sexual orientation, and obesity to all men in America would yield a very small percentage, likely also below 1%. Each additional factor significantly narrows down the pool.
Thank you. You heard that, ladies? And she's pulling that information from the American Census Bureau, okay? Now, Women just don't get it. They don't understand how rare that man is, but they have this thing in their head that they're going to attract that man. They swear that they have whatever it takes to attract that man. Let's listen to what makes a high value man around the world, okay?
You know how much money you have to make in order to be in the top 1% in worldwide terms?
Oh, worldwide terms, it's a lower number.
We're not.
$53,000 a year?
It's 32.
$32,000. We did a video on that. $32,000
If you make $32,000 a year, you're in the top 1%.
Yes.
Do you understand that, my friends? You're in the top 1% with $32,000 a year. That means that any American who is literally earning minimum wage anywhere, he can go to many countries around the world and be a top 1% man. All you have to do is to work out how you're going to make that amount of money remotely, earning US dollars, spending it in the Philippines, spending it in Thailand, spending it in certain areas of Africa, certain areas of Latin America. The world is massive, where you can go and find beautiful women who are traditional, who would want to be with a 1% man. 1% man. Anywhere else in the world. $36,000. That's it. So these ladies who going, oh, I want a man that makes $1 million US, $1 million. And she looks like, and without her makeup, she looks like freaking Bozo the Clown. You guys don't understand how valuable you are. Every single Western man who makes over 30-something thousand a year, right, is a 1% man in many, many countries. Gentlemen, please understand your value. You have to go where you're valued. Get a freaking passport. I have nothing else to say about that.
Okay, do you know how nowadays it's kind of like a thing for a lot of women to be like, fuck men, I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean, I'm gonna be independent, provide for myself, do all this shit. But then on the other hand, you have all these women complaining about all these princess men and how men nowadays are acting like the females. I think we all need to come to Jesus moment and realize that having that kind of mindset, like, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to clean, blah, 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 is putting men in those feminine spots.
No, it isn't. Because most men don't have women, and we got to cook and clean ourselves. Doesn't make us feminine. It just makes us adults. What are you talking about, feminine? Why do you think that femininity revolves around cooking and cleaning? What do you... Women have no idea how to even be women anymore. They don't understand what it means to be a female. Most men are freaking bachelors. We got to do our own cooking and cleaning. It's not rocket science. You all think that when you come to a relationship and you got to cook and clean for a man, which you would have to have done on your own anyway, that you think that that is your job. That is what makes you a good woman. Holy Christ. Think how low you all have fallen when it comes to understanding your role as a female, as a woman. Wow.
Not gonna lie, I was super guilty of this. And I think I know the main reason that girls get like this is they usually get super fucking hurt or fucked up after a relationship that they thought was going to be end game. And they gave their all. They were in their feminine. They were doing the cooking, the cleaning, doing everything that you're supposed to do, doing all the right things. And then something tragic happens, a breakup, a divorce, whatever. I was guilty of this after a breakup that I had. Like, I was like, fuck, man, I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to clean, blah, 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 blah. But you need to be aware that doing that is going to put any guy that you talk to or any guy that you go out with in his feminine. And you're going to be in your masculine. And that relationship is going to...
Oh, gosh, man. Some people shouldn't be on YouTube. Some people shouldn't be on TikTok. Lady, if you were on your own, would you cook and clean for yourself, or you just eat out? Well, more than likely, you just get some simp or a bunch of simps to just buy your food every day. But do you clean? How often do you clean? How do you clean? What do you clean? Most women actually don't know how to clean. I remember back in my younger days, I bought a 2-bedroom flat, right, when I was with my first wife. And, we're young, man. We were like 24, 25. And we said, all right, you know what? This place, we got 2 bedrooms. Let's just rent 1 bedroom. So I remember renting a bedroom to an expat. She was from California, and she rented our room, No problem. We never went into room. It was, that's her space. But I realized that every time she exited the room, there was just this odor coming out of the freaking room, you know? Eventually, I just couldn't handle it anymore. And one day I just went in when she went to work. And oh my God, man, I almost puked. Every day she came out, she's dressed gorgeous. Everything is beautiful. But holy Christ, man. The place, that one bedroom with this bathroom suite, it was so horrible. She had never cleaned the shower. Dirty clothes just piled up in one freaking area. She hadn't washed for weeks. She hadn't washed clothes for weeks. Take out food all over the place. It was nasty, man. Me as a Caribbean guy, man, I couldn't tolerate that. I just say, yeah, listen, I've given you notice. Sorry. You got 1 month notice. You got to go. I kicked her ass out. Because here she is going out on dates, dressed to the nines, nice makeup. But holy gosh, man. I was wondering why she didn't bring any guys. Well, I told her she couldn't bring any guys back there. But holy gosh, it was nasty, man. So yeah, I'm just saying, man, if you ladies don't know how to clean your own house, it's probably not a good idea to actually have a man. Because you're not bringing anything to the man that's essential. If you can't be feminine and you can't even cook and clean, you're useless to a man. Useless.
End up 20 times worse than your last one where you did show up in your feminine. You need to get to a point to where you are so secure with yourself. You're so secure in what you can do with your life when shit is thrown at you that you can still show up in your feminine and not get scared of getting hurt or having the relationship end or having regret. I realized that I was showing up as the masculine, therefore it was putting him in his feminine, and it was such a weird dysfunction. And also, if you have kids with this person and you guys don't get out or switch those roles, you're going to see it in your kids, and that's just truth. You can get mad at me or hate me all you want for that, but it's just real.
All right, I can't play anymore her. The bottom line is, lady, you already had a feminine man if you found him feminine. Simple as that. Cooking and cleaning does not make a man feminine. It had to be something else. Probably mama's boy, and you just enabled that shit. So let's move on. Female escort says that she don't consider cheating on her boyfriend, sleeping with different men for money because she's getting paid for a service and her body count is 1,000. Woo!
What you doing? Or is it?
Honestly, no, it's not.
It's not. What would you not consider? What would you not consider cheating?
I don't consider that cheating because everything is completely protected.
Right, but still, I mean, like, wait, so you don't, just because you protect, you don't consider cheating?
Yes, it's everything. Well, not just that, everything, and I'm getting paid for it. It's not like I'm like, hey, come take my coochie. No, like I'm getting paid for a service. This is a service.
Which means it's like a business. That's what you're saying. So it's not considered cheating.
Exactly.
Or, I mean, that makes sense to you, right?
Exactly. That's just like, and you know, a dude like do nails, and his girls are like, oh, you can do everybody else but women nails. Like, nigga, this is my goddamn business.
Okay, I mean, it makes sense.
Did she just compare a nail technician to a hoe? Oh gosh. Oh man, women can justify ratchet, nasty behavior in any way, shape, or form. You know, hey, this is my job, man. I'm a nail technician. This is what I do. This is why I make my money. Yeah, I sell my coochie. This is why I make my money. Yeah, he should be okay with that. Really? Your inability to bond with your man because you have already been drilled out by 1,000 men. What kind of relationship do you have? You obviously have a man that just really don't care about you. You're obviously supporting that man, and he's just saying, you know what? I'm just a pimp. That's it. Either that or I'm just sitting on the sidelines collecting the money. This woman is paying for me and all my things. I'm good. I'll just live the life, man. It just blows my mind, man. I want to hear what else she has to say. Let's listen to what else she has to say.
Yeah, that's my business. But yeah, if I just get a nigga at the club and just fuck and just go home with a wet ass, now that's cheating.
How many? So is it considered cheating? What you do? How many guys you think you probably slept with if you counting? Like
my whole life?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like probably like. This is crazy. I never got this question before. Got me sweating. Look, my armpits sweating off, titties sweating. I would probably say if I had to guess, like Probably 1,000.
Oh, 1,000?
1,000.
How many guys you think you probably slept with if you counting like
my whole life?
Yeah.
Imagine having to come home every night and just sleep next to a woman that's already just been pounded out by 5, 6 guys for the day. Hug her and kiss her with the lips that... Yeah, I don't want to get too graphic, but gentlemen, you can see where I'm going with that. Anyway, listen, I know that ended up a little dark, but it's the reality of this channel, man. We're going to touch on all the different subjects. So, my friends, that is it for today. Hey, subscribe. Subscribe. Let's have the discussions. So, listen, I'm planning on going live. Right now, I'm just debating about what time I should go live. I'm trying to discover which time zone I should focus on first. More than likely, it'll be America. And more than likely, it would be the New York time zone, simply because that's where the majority of my viewers are coming from. So I'll focus on that area first. Now, I'm just trying to decide what time in America, in that New York time zone, that I should do a 2-hour session, live session. You guys let me know, please. I would love your feedback because I'm catering to you all. So I'm excited about getting that started. All right. So my friends, listen, buy the toolkit. Start making some money this year. I want to really focus on helping you guys out this year. Okay. And of course, book a session if you need me. So until next time, my friends, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.